What? Year 1 roadmap? Does this mean I gotta make another video of Killing Floor 3? Shit. Hi everyone, welcome to another Killing Floor 3 update video thing. Probably gonna devolve into a ranting video. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Tripwire just kind of posted a little update for the year 1 roadmap, and I figured, hey, this might be a chance I actually get my ranting video, and I've been wanting to do. We'll see how bad it gets. They're just kind of bragging about the amount of Zed kills. We need to boost those rookie numbers up. Come on now, only 125 million for what, a week now? Week or two, whatever. Most played maps are City Streets, Military Base, and R&D Labs, which is probably the better maps by far. Average victory per difficulty, normal is at 83.7%, hard is 4.1, hell on earth is 0.4. Yeah, hard is just ridiculous. If you guys haven't played the hard difficulty yet, or you're planning to, just a heads up. You might want to level your perks a little higher, because the bosses can pretty much two-shot you even with purple armor. They're a little bit too harsh, and that's coming from a person who plays Hell on Earth and Killing Floor 2. I don't know why the scaling is this ridiculous. It's almost like you should have taken a difficulty out. You know, like a little thing, you know, called like sewer slider or something, you know? Crazy idea. But pretty much their focus right now are a couple hot fixes. Improving performance and stability, which is, I would say, is a pretty big problem. I think it's just an Unreal 5 engine thing. Like a lot of their games just are not very optimized. Maybe it's the dev side, I have no idea. It might be the engine side, who knows. But one of the major things they're fixing, hopefully fixing soon, is infinite matchmaking. And in case you guys haven't ran into that before, it's pretty much if the matchmaking fails, it doesn't say it fails, it just fails. It will stick there trying to find one nonstop, and you can't back out of it. The only way to get out of it is to pretty much kill the game or exit from the menu if you can. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Whatever, it's ridiculous. I have to restart the game pretty much to get out of the broken matchmaking. Players getting to put into non-ideal network environments, which I think means just it's putting players in high-paying lobbies, which I kind of see occasionally. It's not too bad. Targeting critical mass issues that cause the most impact to the game. I really don't know what that means. It's just a lot of background stuff the game does. I don't really know. Thankfully, there's no NDA that I had to sign to do this. Really, really pissed about that. It's just lazy. That's why I call it. Pretty much the first of these updates is to drop next week. Focus on a client and server stability fixes, with more to follow, days to come, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, the game kinda... I don't want to say it runs bad, but it's weird, because I've been playing kind of all the graphic levels, and I really don't notice too crazy of frame differences, except the frames are just perpetually low. Like, you might get 10 frame of difference between low and medium settings, even though I feel like there should be more of a difference, because the game looks horrible on low settings, looks horrible on medium settings. Just me, though. I just think the game kind of looks bad because I hate the futuristicness of it. It's not done right half the time on most of these games. I don't think it's done right for Killing Floor 3. That's ridiculous. But anyways, they also posted the roadmap on their website as well. So 2025, we can expect 3 new weapons, perk and specialist decoupling, which they should have done between the like month or 2 month delay or whatever they had. Just saying, you guys had 2 months and you couldn't decouple the specialist. That was like one of the major complaints. New weapons mods, quality of life updates, performance improvements, which they said they're already working on. Gonna get, looks like, another map, and they're adding back DJ Scully, who really should not have been ripped from the game. He's been in all the Killing Floor games. It's like Foster. DJ Scully and Foster kind of go well together. The new map is Prison. Hopefully it's not Killing Floor 2's Prison. That'd be kind of funny if they just remade that map. New Zed. I'm willing to bet it's the Stalker. If it's the case, that's not new Zed. You're just being fucking lazy and you're just adding new shit in that you ripped out. You have to once again say new weapons plus mods, new assignment campaign rewards. I'm gonna be honest. I did the campaign and I really didn't care about it. They need to do more than just add objectives in the map. They need to do something like it changes the map or changes something, the atmosphere dynamically or something. It just kind of feels like Killing Floor 2's objectives, but has a quote unquote storyline. Just my opinion, it's really weak and I don't care. I guess it explains how we got space Zeds now or alien Zeds. Whatever. I don't like that. I don't like it. This is gonna be such a ranty video. And then 2026 for season 3. Oh, this is season 2. Season 3, new map research base. I hope that's not the outpost base. It might be. New weapons plus mods, new enemies. It doesn't say new Zed, so maybe I don't know what new enemy could be. Maybe a new enemy archetype. New assignments, campaign rewards, and season 4, new perk, which is not new. They ripped it out. Gunslinger. It should have been the base game. Whatever. New map, new boss. Hopefully it's Patriarch. They better not label him as a new boss. Should have been in the base game. Patriarch is like a Killing Floor model, pretty much. You talk about Killing Floor, the first thing you think of is Foster, Patriarch. New weapons and mods, new assignment and campaign rewards. In all honesty, with the new perk they should have done the engineer because that's new and just kept like support and demo in and keep gunslinger in and then just add like really weird funky perks along the line. I understand them kind of taking SWAT out and combining it with Commando. Commando and SWAT are pretty much the same things, as SWAT is worse. I know SWAT was in the game longer, or I think in Kill 4 was as well. That's just my opinion from Kill 4 2. I feel like they're kind of just the same. One just uses ARs, so one uses SMGs. That's my personal opinion. Don't call this a new perk though. It's not a new perk. Down here, challenge. Okay, new free content including maps and weapons. They're really pushing the maps and weapons. Their mods, challenges, enemies, and difficulties, and a new perk and specialists are headed your way. Hopefully, they add the sewer slider difficulty. I don't know why the game didn't have that. Starting with the rearmament update, which is season 1, I suppose. You're gonna get the M14 EBR mod 0, the Mark MKR 350 assault rifle with 4 new mods, the Strike dual defender shotgun with 3 new mods. Pretty much M14. I'm gonna say that's the double barrel. I'm gonna say that's an AK or a Galil gun. At least they're adding guns I could recognize. I don't like the futuristic models. I hope they do the models right because I feel like the models in Killing Floor 3 in general is about like 1.5 times too big. But the Cluna Zetsu, I feel like the clots are like way too big for what they should be. Let's see here. Along with these new additions, you can expect the perk and specialist decoupling work to be completed. I doubt it. Allow the choice of any specials to be with any perk and several major quality of life improvements based on player feedback that you really didn't listen to. I'm going to give Tripwire a bunch of shit. They had a good formula and they're like, we're just going to wipe the board clean. Don't know why. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel because Killing Floor 1 was good, Killing Floor 2 was great. Killing Floor 3 is not Killing Floor. Sorry, you guys can fight me on this. I can kind of explain why in the rant. We'll be sharing more. So pretty much the whole thing with Killing Floor 3 is the reason why there's such a divide with the community is that people who played Killing Floor 1 and Killing Floor 2 don't recognize Killing Floor 3 as a Killing Floor game. Because there are lots of changes and there are lots of things that they ripped out. For instance, the execution system I don't really like because it doesn't happen enough and it does break the gameplay cycle. It feels weird, it feels out of place. If you want to do executions like Doomslayer, it has to happen more often. And it makes sense that the melee character can do it. Make that a perk or a buff where every execution he gets some damage up or damage resistance or whatever. That would make more sense. It doesn't make sense as a mech to have execution. It breaks the gameplay up. I don't personally like it. The advanced movement, I really don't like as well because it doesn't work. It may be latency, it might be on my end, but I feel like when I'm like dodging attack from like oh god, I forgot the sword boy's name, the guys with the sword on their arm. I can dodge an attack and they'll completely miss me, but yeah, I would still take damage. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not a bad player. I've been playing these games for a long time. I beat Dark Souls 3. I know how to dodge on time. I know how to parry. I don't like that change. The class abilities, I actually really don't necessarily mind. A lot of them are kind of cool and showy. I really wish it didn't like pop you into third person sometimes. That kind of breaks the gameplay a little bit. They probably just want to show it off. It's just kind of weird, but I want to say it's a positive or negative change. It's just kind of weird. It doesn't really fit. It's okay. The locking characters to classes should never been a thing. Don't know where they got that idea of like doing that. That's just dumb, and they immediately called out on it, and they didn't do any changes. I'm not a programmer. Maybe they have some crappy spaghetti code going on like CA, and they can't just get rid of a couple lines of code that locks the characters in place. They probably tied the abilities to the characters, and that's probably the issue. Who knows? The gun models I don't like. Like I said, they're a little bit too big, and I don't really like futuristic themed things. It's not really done that well. Starfield did pretty good with that, but that whole genre was supposed to be sci-fi. Where going for is all about nitty gritty horror survival shooter, kind of taking place in this era thing. And I don't like how they just jump like 100 years into the future. Like, was it 2096 or something? And everything's futuristic. Don't really know why they went that route. It would have saved them a lot of trouble not doing it. I think they just want to try something new for the sake of trying something new. The perk trees are kind of, I don't really like. There's more options, and you can upgrade the individual perks, which is kind of cool. But the actual perks themselves really don't do too much. And a lot of them are kind of weirdly too situational, or they're too strong. Like Firebug, for instance, you just want to run ground fire. Like ground fire will heal you, does a lot more damage, and I think there's another one, like maybe explosion, I think tied to it, where when I played Firebug and Killing Floor 2, I went for maximum burn time and damage over time increases. Once they're on fire, they're going to take a lot of damage. I can't really do that here because they got rid of one of the perks that does that. I don't really like the afflictions in this game. It doesn't make sense. I mean, the elements are cool and all, but kind of need to simplify that a little more. I think it doesn't make sense. Like, what's 15% affliction? Is that 15% chance it's gonna proc, or is there a meter that builds up on its head? So once they hit like 100% on the electric, they get stunned, or is it 15% that gets stunned? Like, there's actually a lot of mechanics in the game that aren't explained outright, and that annoys me. I mean, I know you can look it up online and figure it out, but it really should be in the game. I did get the game day 2. I didn't say I was gonna get day 1. I played it, and honestly, my kind of overall opinion on Killing Floor 3 is it's another meh Unreal Engine 5 game. It's not necessarily good. It's not necessarily bad. The movement mantle system's actually really smooth. Like, I give them props for that. They actually made that really smooth, which is kind of weird. Difficulty spike is a problem, of course. I actually do like a couple of the Z models. I think they're done pretty good, except I think they're a little oversized. I don't know if they went like that on purpose. Who knows? Whatever. I mean, there's a couple they could change. What else is the problem? The problem is like Killing Floor 3 is the love child between like Black Ops 4, Killing Floor, with an Uncle Overwatch, and an Ant Doom game. It's a messed up love child. It pulls elements from a lot of games that they deemed were good and just threw them in here and didn't really put any effort into them. Like the Overwatch ability is really I don't care about. It's fine. The movement kind of feels like Black Ops 4 with the old advanced moving and man-sling. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's just a meh game. And problem with the community is you got the new players coming in who are saying Killing Floor 3 is amazing. You got a couple people from Killing Floor 2 who are like, well, this is the same exact content we got for Killing Floor 2, except in my opinion, Killing Floor 2 was a lot more polished on release. From my memory, might not have the same amount of guns at release. I don't think it had that many, but the game was polished and it was fun and it ran really good. And then you got the diehards. I would say not even the diehards, just the base for fans who are like, this isn't the game we wanted. So it's just a huge divide between the two. You can even look at the Steam reviews, and people are going after anybody that rates that downvotes the game at like 1 or 2 hours played. They're saying, "Oh, you haven't played enough games." Bah, it doesn't matter if you're 1 hour into the game and you're like, "This game sucks." That's a perfectly good opinion. Everybody's gonna have a different opinion with how games are. Some people like the fucking Gollum game that came out, and that was a terrible buggy game, unplayable. Same thing here. Some people love Killing Floor 3, love everything about it. And some people are like, I think it's a bad game, or I think it's nothing special. It's it is what it is. I don't know what people are expecting. But like they're just attacking each other and not even having good discussions. A lot of these people who go after the reviewers who play it for 1 or 2 hours just they don't break down the review, they just attack the person. And I don't fucking appreciate that. Just fucking make counter arguments. Everybody can learn a thing or two, whatever. It pisses me off to a fucking absurd degree. It's it's silly. And the funny thing is with the whole Steam reviews is I forgot to mention is that you can only refund the games before the 2 hour mark in most cases. So yeah, a lot of the reviews are only going to be like 1 to maybe 1.5 hours because they probably don't want to own the game in their library. Mark that really quick. But like in all honesty, all the negative things I said about this game, I do see a room for improvement. It's just I give it a year. Hopefully they stick if they stick with the game for a long period of time, I think it'll be a good game. It'd be even a great game. It just hopefully they don't drop it after a year. I mean, that's kind of what I'm worried about. They're gonna drop it after season 4, be like a Call of Duty, only give it 1 year life. But if they continue working on it, it could be a great game once they fix the hit detection, properly adjust the difficulty levels, make it so bosses don't two shot you on that hard difficulty. I feel that's just ridiculous. Add more weapons, and the mod system actually isn't half bad. I actually do like the mod system. I wish there was actually more options with a couple of guns. It's kind of weird to just some guns you don't have that many options. But that's kind of my rant for Killing Floor 3. Just a quick summarize, it's like a 5 or a 6 out of 10, roughly for me. I'm gonna still play it. Uh, because I like inflicting pain to myself, apparently. Uh, like, oh, he plays the game. He's a hypocrite. Like, yeah, I know. I have copium. I've been snorting copium, okay? Leave me alone. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for notifications when I go live on YouTube or doing other shenanigans on YouTube. Of course, hit that bell to actually get notified said shenanigans. And leave a comment below what you guys think of the game or what pros and cons you see. I would love to have these discussions. Just play nicely, kids. Just let's have let's have conversations. Let's not turn into screaming matches. Nobody will like what will happen. You know what I mean.